Hello everyone, welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest updates across South Sudan and beyond. Today we are talking about two very important political figures from South Sudan. Dr. Riek Machar and Taban Deng. At one time, these two men were working closely together. They were allies, they shared the same political struggle, but today, they are no longer on the same side. So, what went wrong? Why did they separate it? And why are they not working together anymore? Let's break it down step by step. So, we'll talk about who is Dr. Riek Machar first. Dr. Riek Machar is one of the most well-known political leaders in South Sudan. He has been involved in politics for many years, even before South Sudan became independent in 2011. Dr. Riek Machar served as Vice President of South Sudan under President Salva Kiir, but his political journey has not been smooth. He has had many disagreements with the government, especially with President Salva Kiir. These disagreements later led to conflict in the country. Now let's talk about Taban Deng. Taban Deng is also a powerful political figure. He comes from the same political movement as Dr. Riek Machar. At one point, he was a close ally of Dr. Riek Machar. He worked with him in the opposition movement, the SPLM-IO or SPLA-IO. Taban Deng held an important position and was trusted by Dr. Riek Machar. Many people saw him as one of Dr. Riek Machar's key supporters. Let's look at the beginning of their alliance. During the conflict that started in 2013 in South Sudan, Dr. Riek Machar formed the opposition group Sudan People Liberation Movement in opposition. Taban Deng joined him. They worked together against the government led by President Salva Kiir. At that time, they had one goal: political change. They were united. They fought politically and sometimes militarily on the same side. Many people believe their partnership was strong. But everything changed in 2016. There was heavy fighting in the capital city, Juba. This event is often linked to the Juba clashes 2016. During this time, violence broke out between forces loyal to Dr. Riek Machar and forces loyal to President Salva Kiir. The situation became very dangerous. Dr. Riek Machar fled the country for safety. This is where things start to fall apart. After Dr. Riek Machar left, something unexpected happened. Taban Deng made a major decision. Instead of waiting for Dr. Riek Machar to return, he accepted a position in the government. Taban Deng was appointed as first vice president, replacing Dr. Riek Machar. And this shocked many people. Some people saw this as betrayal. Others believe Taban Deng made this decision to bring peace and stability. But for Dr. Riek Machar and his supporters, this was a serious break. Trust was broken. So, why are they no longer working together? There are several reasons. Number one is loss of trust. Dr. Machar and his supporters believe Taban Deng betrayed the movement. Second, different political choices. Dr. Machar continued to oppose the government while Taban Deng joined it. When you look at the leadership conflict, both men want to lead but in different directions. Let's look at the pressure and survival. Some believe Taban Deng acted under pressure during the crisis. Others believe it was a personal decision. So, no matter the reason, the relationship was damaged. So let's look at what happened afterward. After this event, Dr. Machar stayed out of the country for some time. Taban continued working with the government. The opposition movement split into different groups. Later, Dr. Machar returned to South Sudan as part of a peace agreement. But the relationship between him and Taban Deng was never repaired. They remain on different political sides. Their separation had a big impact on South Sudan. It weakened the opposition movement, the SPLIO. It created confusion among supporters. Civilians were divided. It made peace effort more complicated. Political unity became harder to achieve. People have different opinions about what happened. Some say Taban Deng betrayed Dr. Machar. Others said he made a practical decision to stop violence. And some believe both leaders made mistakes. The truth depends on how people see the situation. So, in conclusion, the story of Dr. Machar and Taban Deng is a story of alliance, conflict, and separation. They started as allies. They shared the same political goals, but the crisis in 2016 changed everything. Today, they are no longer working together because of broken trust, different decisions, and political differences. Even with these differences, many people believe something important. They believe that both Dr. Riek Machar and Taban Deng still want peace for South Sudan. They may not agree on how to get there. They may not trust each other anymore, but the goal is peace, stability, and a better life for the people of South Sudan. Well, this is what many citizens hope for. So this is why many citizens are calling for all the leaders to work together. Because at the end of the day, the people are the ones who suffer most when leaders are divided. The people of South Sudan are tired of conflict. They want peace in their communities, safety for their families, development, and better opportunities. They don't always care about political differences. They care about results. Many believe that if leaders focus on the people instead of their disagreement, the country can move forward. In conclusion, the story of Dr. Machar and Taban Deng is complicated. They were once united, now they are divided. But even in their separation, many still believe they share one goal: lasting peace for South Sudan. The big question is, can different paths still lead to the same destination? Thank you for watching. What do you think? Do you believe these two leaders still share the same goal? Let me know in the comment. And please, if you are new to Changfied YouTube channel, I would like you to help the channel by subscribing and turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Thank you for watching and bye-bye.